Sabak, is it snowing on the streets?
Needs her head.
Yeah, that's what she used to live.
Okay. Well, this has been educational for sure.
Wait, did we get the name of the place?
Yes, it's right here.
Is it? Oh, okay. Well, because we asked if she was here, and she said no.
She gave the information for
Yes.
how to arrive there.
And she's dead, so it would kind of be more concerning if she was here.
Well, I mean, you could still be here and dead.
I mean, she could be.
Well, it all depends on what you mean by here, though.
I'm not sorry. I didn't mean that like as a Force Ghost thing. I just meant like
Yeah.
if your body is here, you're still here.
Well, yeah, I was like considering like her corpse being in the living room.
Right. Well, I thought I asked if she was on this planet, and she said no.
She is not on this planet. No.
Okay. Well, I thought that's what you were just telling me, Otho.
She is on the planet. Lord, hold on one second.
Quick place, guys. Heads off. Heads off.
Scheme.
All right, everybody. So here's the plan. We actually go to Salsa's office, and we go ahead and just take all the crystals out of her lightsabers, and we replace them with fake ones. So when she turns on her lightsabers, they turn into rave lights or something.
And that was our Ocean's 11 plan.
Yeah, yes. That's our incredibly elaborate
All right,
plan.
everyone, ready? Split.
Okay.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
So what planet was it on again?
So is there any? So Shellis is willing to talk about things with you, Otho, if you want to bring it up.
What's happening with the facility down below this place? Like, what's so important that everyone's fighting over, and what are you using it for now?
And she says, well, and she looks at Zul for a moment.
Don't worry about me. I'm an idiot.
She shakes her head. I don't believe anyone's an idiot.
Said I'm more charming than I thought I was.
And she says, so whoever originally created Nar Shaddaa, they used a world forge in its creation. And shortly after I took over management of this particular area, some chaos ensued where these creatures of, and she goes, you know what? No. She pulls the data pad back over and she does something, and she shows you the security camera video of these malformed humanoid creatures with claws and massive muscles and stuff, basically poured out of these holes in the walls that just appeared and started killing people.
Damn.
And Shellis puts it away and she says, that was happening all over Nar Shaddaa. And as I tried to figure out what was going on, I came to understand that the World Forge was collapsing due to neglect. And in order to stop this from happening, I had to take control of this forge.
Whew. All right. Wow, that was more significant than I expected.
The good news is that I can control the area around us in a very significant way, as you may have seen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, your friend's fixing up the place.
Yes. Yes. Very, very
Oh.
old friends.
Okay.
And as she says that, Zool, you would notice that she looks at your droid.
Interesting. Whoa, thanks for being so forthcoming with what's going on.
Oh, don't worry, I wipe its memory every day.
And she just, why would you wipe a droid's memory every day?
I don't
Yes, this is my friend. I wipe his memory every day.
to make sure random people don't kill him because they think he's recording information. Because he's not. I wipe his memory every day.
Okay.
Why would I kill your droid?
I don't know.
Okay.
A lot of reasons, I assume.
I'm not a monster. At least I don't think I am. I'm trying really hard not to be a monster. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is also what a monster would say.
Monster might not even. Well.
Depends on what type of monster we're talking about, obviously.
Yeah, yeah.
If they have. Yeah.
Anyway. Let's just establish this room is not filled with monsters, alright?
Did you mention that you were almost assassinated?
What?
Is that a no?
No, because I wasn't almost assassinated. Taryn was almost assassinated, and I would happen to be there.
Well, I mean, Taryn almost got hugged to death. You were shot at. That makes you part of the assassination attempt.
It honestly, that was not significant enough to mention.
Just means that there's someone out there that thinks you're significant enough to mention.
Okay, cool. No, it's not.
Who tried to hug Taryn to death?
Yeah, that was Otho that was getting like choke slammed
Was it?
for half the battle.
I thought Taryn got, held.
No, that was Otho that got grabbed.
Ah, well. Zool thinks it was Taryn.
That's a very interesting mistake to make.
Hey, if I got it wrong, Zool got it wrong.
Shellis is like, who? What? Who's trying to kill you?
Listen, no one was trying to kill me this time. It was actually our Wookiee friend who apparently has a bounty on his head. And I just happened to be there.
Yeah, two Beskar-aligned droids showed up.
Yes, which is disturbing.
Not cheap.
No.
And a hired assassin with a stealth field generator. Also not cheap. Somebody put some big money down.
That's interesting.
Knowing that Baza travels with Otho.
Do you wish me to arrange for more security to be installed in your headquarters?
I mean, we already have a significant amount, but...
And she kind of... You have security? Did Gorez install all this?
He assisted in its installation, yes.
Apparently, I need to be a little bit better at monitoring your transmissions. What? Tell me, what's going on?
Well, because we did explain what was happening earlier, right? And that agent who we discovered was an Imperial agent did install security systems at our base, but
An Imperial agent did.
Yes, the Imperial agent.
We had no conversation about an Imperial agent.
I know I had a conversation with someone here about an Imperial agent. It was
about Samba.
Yes.
Is she an Imperial agent?
I'm sorry, who's talking right now?
Yeah.
Is it Sid or is it the girl?
It's Shellis.
Okay, that's where I was confused.
Semba was an Imperial agent, but I forget where we got that information from.
Did she say that when she was in the Chamber of Silence?
You specifically got that from Semba.
Yes. So
Because
yes.
you had a drink downstairs with her.
Yes.
But Shellis was not part of that, so she's not aware of this conversation.
She is an Imperial agent. That is correct. On a very long leash, but still. Make of that information. Make what of that information what you fuck. Information what you will.
She drank too much.
Yes. And yeah.
A legal bounty hunter, Taryn, is a member of law enforcement. They have they have law enforcement adjacent powers.
Right.
So it's not she wasn't law enforcement per se. She was a bounty hunter that had a legal license.
She's like licensed to do what she does under the law.
Okay. So anything else you want to discuss with Shellis before you return to Taryn?
I don't think so.
Are you okay with us digging up the body of this person?
She just she's in the past.
Well,
Oof.
I mean, your memories of her in the past, but she physically exists still here in the present. Unless she got, I don't know,
Well, it's her
disrupted.
corpse.
Yeah.
It's not really.
I mean, I know somebody that walks around with this. No, I don't. I never met Baz yet. Never mind. Sorry. Can't meet my savior and Lucky Charm ever.
Shellis says, I may have had relationships with her, but I did not have that emotional connection with her. She was a target.
Oof. Wow. That yeah, okay. I should go.
If you happen to see Semba, tell her I'll make it worth her while if she returns to the fold.
All right. I'll let her know if I see her. I'll definitely let her know. But now,
But if you do feel like you need to, I wouldn't. I will trust your judgment in this, Otho. If you think that she is a valuable asset to me, then help her return to me. Otherwise, it might be best if she were to no longer be a threat.
yes. I'll consider it. I'll consider it. Our Wookiee needs some backup, so I think that is all.
Would you like me to return you quickly, or do you want to go by the normal means?
That would be great.
She goes, all right, and she stands up and puts a red gem on her forehead.
Oh God!
And she gestures to the middle of the floor and says, "Please stand on the dais there." And it kind of sinks into the ground a little bit.
All right. Let's go.
Now, as soon as this happens, Otho is very aware of just how much dark power is emanating from this tube.
Ooh. Okay.
Zool would probably feel a tremendous fear as he this dais opens up. Like, not that he's afraid, it would just feel like fear.
I was about to say, I don't think I'd be afraid. I think I'd be what's the word I'm looking for here? Confused
It's kind of,
might be the word, but it's not really confusion.
you would be confused by the fact that you're feeling this primal
Yeah.
of
Well, I mean,
just
what's
raw fear.
the sensation of, hey, let's go see Santa Claus? Like, what's the...
Oh, this
You're-
is not that. This is
You're hit with bad vibes.
No, I understand that, but I just mean, hey, come over here and stand on the sunken dais.
Yep.
Okay. That, whatever emotion I'm conveying right there.
Mm.
It'd probably be a little bit weird, for sure,
Yeah.
because although there's a lot of Force users in this time frame, it isn't like everybody in the galaxy gets to see a Force user every day.
Look,
So,
if Han Solo could forget the Jedi in like 10 years,
we won't go into that, but
I can say, okay.
yeah. So you go into the center of this room, and basically, as you step on it, it basically goes down, sinks into the floor, and as soon as the ceiling covers you, all sensation of movement is gone. But you do notice that the temperature is decreasing, and at one point you come out of this. Basically, you have a sensation that you're in an open area, and you can see out a little bit further, but you realize that you're just standing on a circle that is floating in the air, and you can't see anything in any direction.
Jeez. Talked about this so
Um,
flippantly, but I'm kind of freaking out.
And then as you pass into this, you realize that your movement has shifted, because you can every so often you'll see like a flip of light just pass by, like at an incredible amount of speed, and then you start feeling yourself going up, and as this passes, you think maybe 2 minutes have passed, and you're again in darkness, and a door opens up directly in front of you, and you come out, basically, let's see, where would it be? You basically come out underneath, right about here.
Jeez.
Basically, this is lifted off the ground, and there's support columns, specifically right here, right? And you are coming out of one of those support columns.
Jeez. Well, I guess that's how those robots get around, those droids get around so fast.
Ah!
Yeah, yes. It's somewhat disturbing that it can come out right in here, but all right. Hey, Taryn!
And you see like Terran like on the ship, like shuffle out of one of the quarters. It's like, wait, what?
Now,
There's a
You guys get
force
here, I didn't hear
tunnel
you
to
come
our
in.
there's a force tunnel to our base, by the way.
I feel like I get the blown back hair in the eyes.
Yeah.
How many secret tunnels does this place have?
Taryn!
A lot.
Taryn!
Yes, what's up?
Got a drink for you.
Oh, thank you. And I'm just gonna chug it.
Go
I don't
ahead
even
and-
question what Zool gives me.
Ugh.
you're familiar. Taryn is familiar with Sunset, so
Oh yeah, it's sunset. Very nice.
go ahead and make your resilience check.
I'm sure I'll be fine. I'm sure I'll be fine.
Don't worry about it.
You as well will have every difficulty upgraded for a while.
Okay.
Oh dear.
And that's when we were attacked again.
I already did my
Yes.
research.
And just because I like having it happen. That's when you hear a perimeter alarm. Now, Taryn, you did not hear a perimeter alarm when they arrived.
Is it going off late? Is it on a delay? What's going on?
And
Is it for me? Did you not set it off for me?
You see on the cameras that I'm sure you have a data pad, a link for. Simba comes up to about right here and then, kind of does the knock on the wall. Hello?
Oh,
It's just me.
Anybody gonna walk on in here anyway? Anyway.
Well,
yes.
Sure.
It's not like she's walking in, right?
Yeah.
There's just not really a doorway.
I mean, I see her on the data pad. I'll just like, okay, I'm gonna press the button that just unlocks the door. It'll clearly flash from like red to green, and she can like enter. And like, I'll just literally walk up to like our fountain area to say hello.
Well, you guys are basically over here,
Yeah.
right? Because you're underneath the ship.
Yeah.
And so you guys and Simba's there.
Well, pleasure to see you again.
She does not look happy. And she goes,
Look, I promise, I'm not always drunk during the day.
what were you guys doing on Ord Mantell?
What are we doing? Just a little business. What? Did you think we were legit?
Wow.
You have set back the Imperial war machine on, not war machine, she wouldn't say that. The efforts my people have been putting on Ord Mantell for about 6 months now. And she pulls out a stick, and she basically sends it to one of the, I'm sure that there's monitors on the walls, and she turns on basically the news, and you see a picture of a blurry figure in black robes running across a building.
Huh, wonder who that could be.
And the broadcaster is basically saying something like, the Empire has come to Ord Mantell to help us, help the Separatists.
Despair is coming on back.
And basically, it you watch it long enough to see them say, in a unanimous vote, the Ord Mantell Council has voted to re-allow the Republic to have open presence on Ord Mantell.
Well, like they didn't already?
Well, I mean, it's kind of a jump to see someone in black robes and then assume it's the Sith, but all right. I mean, it was a good intention.
And
Hey,
she's basically, she says, why would you go to Ord Mantell?
I got a not legitimate business to take care of here. I was just dropping off some spice.
You're not supposed to say that.
And that required blowing up the security for a town. And she switches to another news article. It says basically, Terran village destroyed in separatist insurrection.
Hey, you have your own village.
Casualties reaching the thousands.
Oh,
Ooh.
oh.
Oh, you're a monster, Darren.
Well, isn't the
I didn't do anything. I just had some binoculars. But yeah.
thought you'd be pleased about the Separatists making ground if this weren't connected to the unfortunate Republic reintervention.
Yeah.
It was just a little distraction. Separatists made their own move. Look,
I'm not
sorry if this-
judging. I've been involved in operations that have gone south as well. I just figured that you would want to understand that the consequences of this particular action were far-reaching.
A little more than I thought they would.
Haven't reached this far
Yeah.
yet.
Why would you tempt fate like that?
I'm
Who's
a
to say they haven't already?
hey. I'm a lucky guy.
Taryn
I
definitely
have
looks a little bit distraught, a little bit.
I have done what I can to mitigate the fallout for you specifically because of your connection to our common friends. But you do realize that you owe me now.
I guess, and Taryn is going to non-committally kind of shrug to that. Well, at the very least, one way or another, sorry I didn't realize Orb Mantell may have been one of your operations or something if I stepped on your toes on that, but
Not mine specifically,
not yours specifically, at least. Well,
but
that's the good part.
one of the big operations that were currently underway in my organization.
What is this woman again? What species?
She is human.
Human.
Okay. I didn't know if she was one of those chiss or not.
No, she's human.
Okay.
Chiss Redfield, never
Oh,
forget.
it's a pleasure to meet you. I don't think we've been introduced before.
And she just looks at you and says, "Well, I'm Simba."
Hi, I'm Chad.
Chad.
Now, I will point out that you have met Shellis, and now you have met Simba.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
There are distinct similarities between these two, but it's more like yin and yang type of thing.
Well, you want me to make a charm check, see if I've become infatuated with the Yank as well?
Yes! Do it!
You can if you want.
Why not?
Do it!
For a non-force clone, really?
Start off the same way as I did before. Try to make the
Get
good
it.
foot push forward. Despite the fact that I've already lied about my name.
Hold on one second. So this is just gonna be average. Sure, why not? We'll throw that in there because of the circumstances. So it'll be upgraded once, and you are going to have 2 setback because you happen to be.
Setback are the black dice, right?
Yes.
I think I can mitigate that. I'll just make sure.
So make sure you do the -2 or however many you can remove.
Right. I keep
you are-
forgetting which one my... Oh, right. My non-combat talents are all on combat.
You yeah, because all talents are on combat on
Yep.
Roll20. The setbacks are due to the fact that she is aware that you were on Ord Mantell and you are new coming from there. So you are, in her opinion, a dangerous element to be adding to the mix. So anyways,
Yeah,
go ahead.
nope.
Rip.
Does not look like I can mitigate for charm. Just want to double check. Yep, nope. All I do is add advantage, which aids me none. Let's
I
do
mean, it
this.
will.
Let's see if I get infatuated. Nope, but I do
Nope.
fail just like I did before.
Alright.
I'm good with people.
Okay. You are
slapped in the
You
face.
have some brief pleasantries with Samba, and it does not increase her mood at all. But she does unless you specifically stop her from leaving, she will just turn around and exit at this point, unless you stop her.
Ew.
I'll just go ahead and say one last thing, which is like, look, I can at least give you the promise the next time we go out on a business excursion, I'll ask if you have a stake in the region. I promise you that.
And she was on her way out, but she stops and she turns around and she says, "Let me just ask this: how did you get Republic clearance to land?"
Taryn will think about that for a little bit. How did we get Republic clearance?
Didn't we get it from the
Oh yeah, we got it
other
from
guy?
from another guy who I think either was local or pretended to be. So what are we gonna say to her then?
I mean, the easiest thing to say would say we just grease some palms to get in.
Okay, so I need you guys to make a deception check at this point. Now,
Okay.
this is going to be very difficult, because this is what she does.
Yeah.
I guess the thing I'm going to definitely say is we just took a job. This cover.
I mean, it's technically true. But
I'll still go ahead and roll the
so.
deception for the sake of having a social skill here, but I
Moving.
mean,
It's
that's
actually-
about as truthful as it gets.
It's actually Otho that needs to make a deception for this.
Oh
Yeah, oh,
no!
There you go.
Oh no!
You can use cool if you want,
Okay, let's do that instead.
because you're not technically saying anything.
Not yet.
Don't let them see
Yeah.
the single sweat drop coming down off your
Yeah,
breath.
Any
It's-
die
Oh.
for a 0.
you're basically trying to keep the fact that you know who, or yeah, you're trying to keep the guilt out of your face.
Okay, cool. Nice. Shall I roll?
Yes, the dice pool is set.
Ah!
Couldn't see the single sweat drop because of all the sweat drops.
yeah, no, it's just. Fuck. Fucking despair. Amazing. What a absolute. Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Interesting. Yeah. So Simba does that the feminine shift her weight, and her hand goes onto the blaster at her waist, and she says, let's have a little bit more truth here. Now, to make this clear, she is not threatening to pull the blaster
Yeah.
out, per se. It's just she is visibly upset, and her interaction with you guys has not made that any better.
The supplies that we moved into the city were captured by the separatists anyway.
And who gave you clearance?
I don't know, some random jockey out here on Nar
I don't have his
Shaddaa.
name. I don't have his name.
Either they're a local or they sold some locals license to be on the planet.
Hmm.
Couple guns later,
And so basically, she's watching Otho. She's
Yeah.
hearing Terran, but she's
Yeah.
watching Otho, and she goes, "You actually let Lieutenant what's his face in your? You did a job for Lieutenant what's his face, and I can't remember his name off the top of my head either."
I like to imagine that's how in character she refers to him, like, what's his face?
Yeah, she does actually, but I can't remember his name either.
That's fine.
Perhaps. We ensured nothing came of it, of course. He was used!
No, you were used.
In
You
what way?
were given a job by Republic Security or Secret Service.
Yes.
They didn't care what you did there. Just the fact that a Sith was on the planet was what he was after.
Look of
I-
shock on Terran's face.
Now, it couldn't have possibly gone any better for him, I'm sure.
Yeah, I suppose you're right.
What was it that he even sent you there under the pretense of?
We were
Let me guess.
using him
Let me
as
guess.
cover.
Weapons. You were
Right on the
giving
money.
weapons to someone because the Republic couldn't get them there, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ord Mantell is a weapons manufacturing planet. They don't need weapons there.
Listen, not everyone's an expert on Ord Mantell, all right? I just needed to help smooth things over because
Perhaps in the future, you ask me what I know about a place before you go into it. Especially if good-looking lieutenants in the Republican Army give you jobs.
Listen, I don't know if it's been established yet, but we don't work for anyone right now. We might work with people, but we're not working for people.
You can believe that if you want. If you
And
get money, you work for someone. If you get any type of favor, you work for someone. Someone is paying your way. Someone is getting something from your efforts. You really need to be more careful in the future.
If you say so.
And she takes a deep breath. She goes, is there anything else that you want to inform me of before I leave?
Nah, just I'm gonna go get a second drink now. Terran's gonna go inside.
And she says, I should go cool down. And she walks off.
Yeah. Adios.
I think Terran is going to the Wookiee roar box.
The space in the wall that he walks into and screams.
Yeah, where it's insulated enough. We
Go
call
to
it the office.
the tantrum dome.
The angry sphere.
Taryn, you mentioned you had to go somewhere to see if someone's dead.
Oh yeah, a little bit of a blue milk run. What did I put on my data pad about this place?
So Taryn was able to actually find out that this individual, who has not been given a name yet because it was kind of spur of the moment. They are on Nar Shaddaa, as far as you could find out. But for the last 4 days, they have not had any dealings that have been traced.
Interesting. So their account's kind of frozen up here. I mean, not like
It's
anyone's
not
locked
necessarily the
No one's using
funds
it.
have been locked, but
Mhm.
they have not made any dealings or travel that has been tracked at all.
So whoever this guy is, either he's dead or he's playing real careful right now. Guess something's up. But if he's dead, it's a blue milk run.
Yes, let's pay him a visit. Oh, that's obviously distracted by something.
Yeah, and I imagine we're probably going to get to like we don't have a group speeder, do we? We just got like the bikes.
I mean, there's the facility you took over, the Wolf Den had speeders that they had access to.
Oh yeah, we did technically take the truck. That's right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we have like a
Speeder.
group speeder to go together somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess along the way, I'll just kind of just be driving, give like a deep sigh. It's not just one thing, it's always another.
Yep.
I mean, you have to admit, I was using all those despairs.
Oh, I know.
Despair's back.
This is where the drama is.
Yeah.
Ah.
Despair from 2 episodes coming back.
It seemed like a great distraction at the time, but I mean, how should I know I'm a political player now?
Listen, Taryn, you weren't the problem. Okay?
Yeah?
Okay, apparently this person is named Holly Howard, so it's a female.
Oh, goody.
Nice, cool.
She is female though, human.
So what is the problem then, Otho? It's not me. I mean, I'm making the calls, right?
Well, at this point, it was me getting photographed, which is, of course, not exactly in my control, but it's still my problem.
Yeah, that's not your fault either. I mean, I guess I could have started shooting wildly into the air at it and start a whole firefight on the street trying to get it down before it transmits the picture, but
Maybe I better stop wearing robes. They're very identifiable.
maybe. Well, at least our princess in the tower doesn't know about any of this.
Yeah, well, she kind of like...
She'd say, it's like, oh yeah, and the Empire is casually cozying up to us in your territory now, by the way, and also threatening us, too.
Yeah. I mean, like, as you're doing that, she's kind of like just like taking off the fucking, balling up the robes, kind of like putting it down the seat beside her, and like, yeah, all right, yeah. We don't need another problem right now. Let's fix this one.
I need you guys to stop for just a second.
Sure.
And everybody needs to roll a perception check.
Okay.
This is not a team check. This is each of you are individually rolling.
Okay. If it's
and
that,
the
I'll
dice
roll.
pool is set, so you can go ahead and roll.
2. And a 3.
Yeah! Oh wait, that was the wrong
Yeah,
one. For some
actually,
reason, it came up like... Oh, yeah, that was quite odd.
We must have hit it at the same time.
Yeah.
Whoops.
I am very perceptive. Just
Blinded
not...
by your own guilt.
Okay. Everyone but Otho.
Who's busy huffing.
Here's a small chirp, like a feminine snort of laughter.
Who's bugged? It's me.
Now you guys are on the ship, on this speeder heading somewhere.
Yep.
And it
Is
was
it
not
the
a
driver?
It was not a electronic laugh. It was very in person.
Is someone on the back of our truck? Taryn will just like take a look in the rear view mirror.
And as Taryn turns, you see Shellis sitting basically next to Otho.
Yeah, what the...
Well, we got company today, I guess. It's popular.
What?
She goes, I'm sorry. I apologize. I felt like I needed to do a little bit of research.
Is there a tube in
and
this
I'm glad
truck?
I did. What's that?
Is there a tube in this truck?
No.
She was just
Now,
hiding in the trunk this whole
as you
time.
think about this, you realize you came with her, and none of you actually remember seeing her.
Wait, we came with her?
Oh,
She
I
was in the
Jedi mind
tube
trick.
with you.
okay,
She's been here the whole time.
I never heard that described, so
yeah, I assume she was just like,
She
At
had
the
to
thing and
be
then we went
in
in.
that tube to.
okay, I
I
was
wouldn't
not
know that.
aware.
Sorry, I didn't make that clear. She came with you, and as you walked out,
Okay.
you just basically forgot she was there.
Ah,
And she's
Heron is going to take his drink and go, well, I've been drunk, so I don't know what your excuse is.
who's driving?
I am.
Oh,
of course, because Stealthy Boy isn't here to drive. So
oh God.
I mean, Baza isn't here to drive. So
to be fair, Stealthy Boy is so stealthy that he's not even visible anymore.
Yeah,
Disappeared
okay.
completely.
again, I'm sorry. I
Yeah.
did not expect you to actually be able to see me.
Very cool.
Well, it's okay. Everyone else is peeking into our business these days. I mean, what's another person? It's fine. So how have things been with you, fellas? I haven't had a chance to talk with you in a bit.
It's
Like
been
what you've been
interesting.
hearing today?
Yeah, certain things are becoming clear. Yeah. But I wouldn't take what Simba said too heartily or heavily. It's her business to keep you out of that kind of trouble.
Mm,
Hmm.
I suppose it is.
You really think so?
She is Imperial intelligence.
I
That's
mean,
their
even
job.
so, she does kind of have a point. Kind of maybe a couple thousand people dead now.
So they'd be dead if you were there or not.
You
You
also
didn't-
have a point.
You didn't set off some bomb that blew everybody up. You didn't. All you did was open a door. You can't control who walked through.
It is the war zone.
That's
No, the
dangerous
people
thinking.
managing the door would do that.
Yeah. Well, I guess I got 2 reasons now to stick away from war zones in the future.
One is yourself,
Now,
Yeah.
and the other
and
is
Shell says, I want you to understand something. If you want to be involved with the Empire, then that is your prerogative. If you don't, that also is your prerogative. They are going to try to make you choose. That is what Simba was really after.
Mm.
Hmm.
Mm.
Hmm.
And she says, we are kind of this. I specifically am a loose cannon, I believe was what she would call me.
turned in your badge and everything.
I am a Sith who hasn't taken a Sith order in over a year. I'm not part of any power base. I have my own power base. And it is threatening to the other power bases. It's a dangerous position we're in. That's why I've been trying to enable both sides at this table. That
You also have a world machine.
That is my power base, yes, or part of it.
Mm.
But none of them know about that, and I would appreciate it if they didn't find that out.
Yeah.
As long as I still don't get to know what these two apparently know about it, then I guess my lips are sealed.
Oof.
And she just looks at you and says, "Oh yeah, they haven't told you."
Well, he's drunk.
Haven't had the opportunity.
It's
to.
good. I won't remember anyway.
Yeah.
Now
I wipe his
he's
memory every day.
tipsy.
Yeah. It's not sloshed.
Still,
Ooh.
I guess it's a little bit obvious that there's agents out there trying to influence you and the people around you, which I guess also happens to include us.
We
That
are
Senpai at least
in
seems to like us is at least a bonus.
a Cold War. The Republic and the Empire are fighting a war without armies.
It's not true.
Well, without traceable
Sorry.
armies.
Out of character. That's not true, though. Remember, F Session 2, you were on Balmora, where there was literally a firefight going on.
That was with
That was the Balmorian.
yeah.
That was
Brigade
Imperial
forces.
against Separatists, and the Separatists are backed by the Republic, so...
Oh, well, the
It's not direct
Empire
fighting.
has their armies on
Proxy
Balmoria,
wars.
right?
Yeah,
The
but I
Republic
mean...
is fighting them with the Balmorian resistance, is what she says to you.
Well, again, that's why I said... I'm just saying... Sorry. It's me mentioning it out of character for the behalf of a viewer.
Yeah, the battles are being fought still, yes, but they're being fought with third parties and intermediaries.
Yeah. Hmm. While the Imperial boot's not one I'm too eager to go under again at the moment. So I suppose that's my answer.
Don't you have to?
And if you're asking for my opinion, I will say, having heard this, at least Semba is being somewhat truthful about her intentions.
At least after the first conversation, but yeah, she's at least a little transparent here.
Yeah, it's
Now-
much more than she was in our first encounter.
I've had good and bad experiences with both the Republic and the Sith. I will admit that I too am being courted. The Republic would like nothing better than to bring me under their heel as well. And there's a bunch of Sith lords that are trying to pull me into their machinations as well. Some of them have been truthful, and some of them have been very deceitful, and well, they haven't really enjoyed their experience on Nar Shaddaa.
Yes, quite.
So, good, bad, I see them equally in both the Republic and the Empire. So, obviously, for me, I'm preferring right now to stay neutral. Hence the reason why I'm still on Nar Shaddaa. But I'm starting to realize that my window of being neutral is closing rapidly.
Terran is just going to actually like turn his head slowly over to Otho on that one, but not say a word.
Well, it looks like there's some advantages to being less powerful.
I guess eventually someone's got to win a war.
Yes.
They can't just keep fighting each other forever, right?
Right. Right. Right.
I'm kind of a blunt object myself, is what Shellis says. I don't know for sure. This truce has lasted for 8 years. I don't know how long it will last.
Yeah. I mean, eventually it's gonna bubble up again, but at least then there'll be fewer resources out there looking for rogue agents.
At some point, though, you gotta recognize we are the rogue agents right now.
Oh no, yes, that's what I was referring to.
Yeah. One day I'm gonna have to actually be legit.
Hmm.
Won't that
What
be
a,
a travesty?
what a horrifying thought.
Exactly. What? You think going legit's gonna be fun? Actually going through processes, not going on random ass adventures. No excitement?
It's not ideal, but I'm sure it can work one way or the other, whichever way the coin ends up landing.
And of course, by the time you've gotten to this point of the
Yes.
conversation, you arrive at the last known location of this Holly Howard.
Okay.
Um,
So what does this place look like?
so it's, I mean, basically you've been flying through traffic for, we're talking California LA traffic
Ooh.
for the last 10, 15, 20 minutes.
So
That's
like
probably
full
been
stop
more
and
than
no
that.
movement? Got it.
For some of that, yeah, right. But a lot of it has been really fast moving, very packed, right? So you basically get in your niche and just ride the course.
Mhm.
And then when you finally get to your exit, you are like, well, in fact, let's have you make a pilot planetary to see if you. Let me set the difficulty. I'm not going to set it to anything other than just 2 setback. So there's not going to be any purple.
Yeah. I guess I should
I just
also mention I'm not actually trained in piloting planetary.
Yeah, but you have agility, so
Yeah, so I got agility, but it's still funny.
so
So
anyways,
let's do it.
this should be trivial, but
2 advantages.
Ah!
Up it a little, but I get a good parking spot.
okay. You guys have one of those experiences. I don't know if you have them where you guys drive around, but here in with my driving, I'm kind of a lead foot anyways, but
Mm.
you have one of those experiences where you're going through an intersection or getting ready to go through the intersection and somebody basically just almost hits you and
Still
you
yellow. I'm going.
you yeah, exactly. um and you narrowly get around this and um you do hear like some
Horns and
squealing of
yelling.
your systems are squealing a little bit as if they're being overused, but you do get out without hurting yourself or the ship or anyone around you. But so now you have a good story and some advantages you want to spend.
Loud
Another happy
cursing,
landing.
shake fist.
In fact, I'm going to say that those 2 advantages negate Terran's inebriation.
Yeah, I kind of
Nice.
sober up a little bit after that.
You are
It's like, whoa!
stone cold sober.
I'll accept that. All right.
Although still,
Yeah.
but yeah. Anyways,
All right. So I think we were asking, so what's the place look like?
Yes.
so you are in you basically pull into a tube, a tunnel of for roadway, and it becomes narrower and narrower, and you get to the equivalent of a suburb, but it's more of an industrial suburb than not.
Mm.
And you are going to be on a